Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to our ongoing Fell Seal coverage. Today we're jumping in exactly where we left off, and let's actually talk about two of the big things that I had questions on at the end of our first episode. Those being tooltips for any kind of buffs or debuffs and character classes. The first one is a bit easier to explain. Unfortunately, it's not the greatest way that I like to see this implemented, but there is a help compendium, and in here, I believe if we go to unit info, character condition, there is a list of all the buffs and debuffs, and unfortunately you either have to come in here to see what they actually are, or you just have to memorize them all. Not my favorite implementation, but hey, at least they are in the game. If they were not going to be in the game, that would be really not great. That would be like really old school, right? We've experienced many of those games before. I'm sure a lot of you guys have played those games where they put status effects and then they literally just don't put them in the game. You had to buy the guide for that. Remember guidebooks? I remember guidebooks. Bought all of them for all my Pokemon games. Now, the other one being classes. I was a little bit confused because this is a class system that I have never seen before. And so I was a little bit confused by what was happening. Now, so the thing that we saw last time was this tree. This tree is straightforward enough. So whatever class your character is, you're going to progress through this tree. So every time you battle with them, you're going to get AP, and those AP can be spent to learn added abilities. They can be spent to learn passives or counter attacks, which we have here, which I have not put on yet, so I need to set that. There we go. Boom. Now, the thing that I was slightly confused about is that you have from class, you have your ability set from your primary class, as well as two passives, which we have not unlocked those yet. But we also had a secondary class and the passives and counterattack from there, and which makes sense. Like, I understand what a subclass is, but I didn't understand how the system was actually working. So the way that it works is as you get additional points through your tree, you're going to unlock other classes. Every class has a different requirement for it. So if we come in here to change classes, you'll see here it like requires Mender 4, Scoundrel 4, Knight 4. So as you get these things through your main class, you're going to unlock new classes, which can then be used as a subclass. Now, a subclass, let's go back to learn abilities. As you can see, I have them all at level 1. They will still gain AP as you play, just not as much. Only your main class is going to get the primary AP. And there's no downside. That was the thing that I wasn't understanding, is typically like whenever you subclass, there's some kind of hindrance to your character for having the added benefit of having the abilities of a second class. So, you know, like when we were playing Crawl Tactics, you take a subclass, which gives you access to new abilities, but it takes you 50% more experience to get a level up. So that's kind of what I wasn't understanding. So, yes, we do have access to both of these trees. The downside, though, is that our subclass is not going to level up as fast. So as we're working, you know, we're going to be playing right now. I have Kyrie as a mercenary knight. So we're going to get AP into Knight, and we can slowly work on this tree. So the idea is kind of like you pick a tree, you work on it. Once you get that tree done, you can like swap. So you'd swap like mercenary into your passive, and then maybe you want her to be a mercenary knight. You can then swap Knight as your main and start building that one up. So that's kind of how the system works. It's very flexible. So as you're unlocking these trees, right? And that's the other thing. As you're unlocking these trees, so you're getting points into Mender, right? You're not necessarily focusing on it, but even if you have it unlocked as a subclass, you're still going to get points. You can still spend the points in this tree. And as you spend those points, you're going to unlock more subclasses that become available for each of your characters. And that'll fill up this list, which will then, of course, also get AP as you play. So you're kind of working on every class while you're playing your primary class and your subclass, which is pretty cool. It was a little bit complicated at first, but now that I understand what's going on, it's a lot more simple than I actually thought it was. Now I have, I believe we created Robin. I don't remember if it was in the video last time, but I created 2 new units. Robin here is going to be a ranger, and we just have Heidi here as a secondary healer, because unfortunately Lana did die in the last fight. Now there is no permadeath, just in case you haven't seen that video. There's no permadeath in this game, but if a unit does die, they go in with an injury. And for every injury, it's going to reduce their stats. So to get rid of those injuries, they have to skip a fight. And so that's why I have another healer, so we can bring her in, so that way Lana can rest. Now, with that all out of the way, let's continue on our way to a luster, because we have this prick bag that we need to bring in. Why didn't you delegate the paperwork to Anadine? That's what captains in training are for. Anadine needs a break. The journey here has been much harder than what I would typically expect of a trainee. And this particular package I wish to deliver personally. I have guessed that was the reason. Greetings, Arbiters. How may I be of service? Hey there, guardsman. We're dropping this prisoner off for trial on several charges, but primarily murder. Murder! Murder, is it? Shame. Not often this kind gets brought in alive. You heard the captain. This one's in for murder. Take him to the lower level and make sure he makes it safely to our darkest, dankest cell. Ooh, he got that dank. I like how he doesn't go, obviously because of the animation, but it's like, he doesn't go behind him to make sure, like, in this case, he just stops walking. Like, the guard's still way up here. He's still walking. He's still moving. Humph. I promise you will regret this entire charade, wench, and sooner than you think. Yeah, shut your mouth, butt chin. Get moving, you. I shouldn't talk. Me and my dad both have butt chins. I get it from him. Not that big a butt. He's still surprisingly confident, I must say. His arrogance is breathtaking. True, but no longer any concern of ours. Go on ahead, Reiner. I will file the charges. Apologies, Captain, but that'll have to wait. The Immortals have convened a council session, and by their order, all Arbiter captains in the city must attend. Surely it can wait until I've formally submitted the charges. I want this done properly. I'm sorry, Captain, but it cannot. This morning's edict was quite clear. This meeting is of the highest importance, and all captains must appear without delay. But don't worry about the prisoner. He won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right. Thank you, Guardsman. I feel like he's going somewhere pretty soon. Come on, Reiner. All I can think of when I hear Reiner is just that he's going to bite his hand and go all armor tighten on us. Immortal Council Chambers. Oh, these guys. Oh, that's Bug Dude. Oh, right. These are the Immortals. Duh. Oh, dude, his design is sweet. Actually, all these characters are pretty cool. I'm a big sucker for the like war paint kind of looks. You know, anything like like Viking, Scandinavian, that kind with the art. Pretty cool. I understand you've got some kind of announcement, Primus. Let's get on with it if we have to. And you got the names Septimus and Primus. Yeah, those are pretty cool names. I wish my parents named me Septimus. As everyone knows, while each of the council bears the title of Immortal, we are not quite as long-lived as that. Every so often in the course of our reign, one of our numbers is replaced by a younger prodigy. The new Immortal retains the title of his predecessor and adopts his colors, but he is nevertheless a new Immortal altogether. Okay, so these are more so like titles than they are actual names. Is this going somewhere? Septimus. 20 bucks says that's the evil one. Look, how can you tell? Yes, I know. But important, a critical, immortal business awaits me. Nothing less would tempt me away from this Congress, I swear. Naturally. As I was saying, there comes a time for every immortal to surrender his mantle and step down. Now that time has come for me. Primus, but we just met you. That is certainly going to liven things up. Meaning I will have the opportunity to directly observe an immortal relinquishing his power? How absolutely fascinating. Are you quite committed to this decision, Primus? That's my bug voice. I hope you enjoy. As everyone knows, I am the oldest remaining immortal, alongside Quintus. I was present on the day we brought down the ancient beast, and I personally scribed the founding tenets of the Immortal Council. What I'm getting at is this. It has been a very long journey. Rewarding, yes, but also tiring, and the time has come for me to step down. Our trusted Arbiter captains are no doubt eager to hear what follows. Quintus, would you kindly do the honors?
Me? Yes, of course, Primus. As this situation only occurs about once a century, it will be a mystery to most of you. When an immortal's time has come, a replacement is selected through a method called the Marked Pilgrimage.
Almost like there's an arbiter behind it?
Every immortal marks a candidate of their choosing. The details of the pilgrimage are explained to the marked, but as they are of no import to you, I shall waste no time on that. What should be of great interest to arbiters, however, is that each marked is an immortal candidate, and as such is bound by no laws for the duration of their pilgrimage. You may render assistance unto them if it is requested, but must not otherwise interfere in their business. I believe that is everything.
Are we done with surprise announcement for today then, Primus? Excellent. Captains, you are dismissed. Man, aren't you guys glad the bug guy didn't talk anymore? Primus is as old as the council itself. It'll be strange to see another assuming his title. I suppose the day must come for each of them, and he has been at it the longest. Though he does seem surprisingly fit, especially in contrast to Quintus. Ah, well, there'll be plenty else to worry us soon enough. There'll be plenty else to worry us soon enough. Oh, yeah, I guess that's sense. From what I've heard about the marked pilgrimage, chaos follows closely on its heels. Wait, what's the... That piece is great. I don't know. I think his face, I think that expression is too small for his face, and so it looks super funny. Oh, jeez. Oh, I told you. Oh, frick. Oh, no. Decided to take the air, did you, Alphonse? Oh, frick. He's marked. Because I don't think it will agree with you. Well, well, the nosy wench and her hired gorilla come to see me off. We're here to see you return to your cell, and promptly. Dude, do you not see his face? Yeah, she sees it. I can't believe it. One of the immortals has chosen you to be marked? You're much sharper than you look, I grant you that. But indeed, only the absolute finest are selected as candidates for the exalted rank of immortal. It's only natural my name would end up at the top of that list. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must hasten on my pilgrimage to Sentina, and thereafter my imminent ascension to godhood. We're just gonna let him go? You heard the council's judgment. He is above the law now. Untouchable. What? Wait, what? Why would they even make that decision? No. I can't believe that him was made a marked by the council? I need some time to think on this. Spread the word. We leave tomorrow at first light for Sentina. I have a feeling trouble is going to find us on the way. Yeah, that's super weird. I feel like we're going to war against the immortals, but at the same time, like, what's weird so far, I'm sure, look, we're an hour into the game, I'm sure it's going to, like, air itself out, But it's like this guy was he's not a nobody, right? He's like a not a noble, he's just a rich dude that murdered someone. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're the most important person? Like it's strange for them. There's got to be some other thing going on here. We should visit the store before we depart for Santina. We could certainly use an upgrade to some of our equipment. Well, oh Jesus, why is the pull direction like that? That was weird. Okay. So did the holy stutter. Does the shop get anything new? Maul, short sword, dagger, axe, mace, rod. No, everything is the same here, so I'm already fully upgraded. So this was also something that I was looking at before, is what classes can use certain equipment. Where was I looking at this? I was looking at this. Oh, I think it was when I was trying to recruit a new unit, and I was like, what classes, what classes are these? So like all the information you need for the game is in the game, but the location they're in is not in the most useful of places. Yeah, so there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot here. Is this how many classes there are? Because that's a whole bunch. Okay, so we're all good. I've already upgraded all my characters' equipment. There is also patrolling here. So patrolling is basically, what you can do to grind. Looks like there's 2 treasures that I haven't opened. I don't exactly know what that system is. But as you can see, the enemy levels. So in different areas, there's going to be different levels. Like, for example, can I go here and patrol? No, there's nothing here. Oh, I can shop in a luster. Okay, so there's probably better gear here. There's a plow. A maul, which we already have. Maul, short sword, dagger, axe, spear. Okay. So we could buy a spear for anodyne. We don't have anything for the rapier. There's rod, flint staff, crossbow. Oh, we have bronze armor now. Okay. Oh, we got bronze armor. Okay. Oh, and we have some rings here, but I don't have enough for that. We have gauntlets, which look like they give very little resistances. Okay, so let's go check out our 2 lovely ladies here. And bronze armor, so that adds a bit more defense. So we're gonna put that on both of our characters. Let's see. Yeah, I figured that was gonna be the case because she has actual armor. What about any of these? Just a little bit of extra speed, blindness protection. I don't think I necessarily care about that. Oh, she already have gauntlets? Oh, and she already has a bronze helm. That's right. I can get a bronze helm now. Oh, for only 4 defense. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay, cool. That's basically it. Because all the other characters can't put on armor. Alrighty, let's head off to the Timber Road. Looks like my hunch was right on the mark. Trouble just found us. More like we went looking for it. When I go looking for trouble, it'll be, well, something more dangerous than this lot anyway. Damn! Get him, Kyrie. Take him to church. Roast him. God, that is a weird beard. Boss, these here travelers is an exact match of the description we got from that posh lord. Yes, I can see that. Now shut your fly trap. I'll do the talking. Whoa, he's transparent. Oh, never mind. He's not transparent. It's the freaking leaf shadows. Shut up. You there, officer. Are you Kyrie of the Arbiters? Whoa, she's transparent. I am. Do we have business? Unless it's urgent, I suggest you head to the nearest Arbiter's chapter house and take your problems up with them. It'll end better that way, I promise. Oh no, I'm afraid that will not do. For you see, you are just the person we've been waiting for. Wait, I believe I know the rest. Alphonse, which is the wench to be dealt with permanently, or something to that effect, and you, underlings, better not bungle this or else. Sound about right? But how could you have possibly known? Yeah, because he's a prick.
Boss, the Lord guy did warn you they were a wily lot.
Bah, I'm not sure how you knew we were coming for you, but that changes nothing. We have both the numbers and experience in this dirty business, unlike you ceremonial flunkies running errands for the immortals. You know what to do. Take him down to the last man. Alrighty, here we go. Defeat all the foes. Should be easy enough. Alrighty. Rainer. Rainer, my boy. Rainer, my dude. Rainer, my dog. Why am I trying to... I'm trying to move the freaking map. Why can't I move... Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so we can get loot. What's the yellow? Character can instantly move the tile from this... Oh, gotcha. So to climb up. 9-9. Oh, interesting. Okay, so to get up here, it looks like you can either jump or you have to get directly here. Okay. Okay, got it. Oh, something else that this is another gorilla moment here. So when I was going through these menus last time, I totally saw the Z. So if you see at the bottom right, the Z and C, how it's going 1 through 5 to each of these menus, totally saw that. The Y and H completely went over my head and I didn't see those. So I was like, how am I supposed to see these abilities? Which of course right now I can because it's locked. But if I had it viewed on another character, I was like, how am I supposed to see them? I can't hover over them. Well, we come over here and we can see, oh, you have Forceful Strike. What does that do? Hover like that. I don't know how I didn't see the Y and H before, but it's there. Salty Virgil will put you there. We got Lana. We're not putting you, so we go to the next ally. Robin. Robin can go here. Then we have Heidi. Heidi goes in the back. And that's it, huh? I thought I had one more. No, it's because Kyrie's already deployed. Okay, got it. This map has a treasure chest on it. Treasure chests may contain a variety of things, including components, gadgets, and badges. To access a chest, one of your units must be positioned right next to it and use the open action that will appear in the list of commands. Don't worry over much. If you're unable to reach the treasure by the end of combat, it will remain on the map for the next time. Oh, that's super handy. So when you come back here for patrolling, you can get the treasure maps. Some maps also contain special treasure chests. So that one we're probably going to have to come back for. These are usually harder to access and might require you to have specific abilities or equipment in order to reach them. They also tend to have better or even unique rewards. I actually like that a lot. That's cool. So it gives you a little extra incentive to come back to an area. It's kind of like, it's just like this game's version of, you know, like when you're playing any of like the old school RPGs, you know, you're playing like a Game Boy Advance RPG or whatever, right? And you're playing through, or even better yet, original Pokemon, right? You're playing Pokemon Red or Blue or Yellow. You come into Cerulean City and it's like, oh man, what's that guy doing in front of the cave there? And then it never matters until you beat the game and then you go into the cave, right? So it's exactly the same thing. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to attack this wench. Let's see. Okay, let's make our way up here. Right, yeah, because I don't have any kind of... don't have any kind of range on Reiner right now. Robin, we should be able to attack this one, though. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not cool. Oh, shit. I don't have a heal on this character. How do I not have heal? Okay. This might have just gotten a million times harder. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's reduce the damage you do. Okay. So I am going to have to rely on Anodyne here to soak up a lot of this damage, I think. Okay, so let's do our best to take the high ground. Oh, I do have a heal. Thank God. Oh, at least I have something. I'll take it. Yeah, we're just gonna... because my healing is gonna be so bad in this level, I just gotta keep everyone as healthy as possible. Right? I don't have any kind of, like, AoE heals, so I'm not gonna have any way to, like, catch up. So I have to kind of stay proactive with it. How in the frick did you hit me there? I guess maybe he can attack in a line like that. Let's see. You there. So, spear. Range 1 to 2. Okay, and it's counting okay, so got it. He's just attacking diagonally. It was just the animation that was really throwing me off. Whose turn am I on? I'm on Reiner. Can I attack you? Can I attack you from here? I cannot. Okay, then let's make our way up this way. I don't want my back to this guy. Let's go for the dirty hit. Try and get the blind. Nice. Actually, I should probably just attack. Fantastic. Can't even hit a blind man. Okay. Again, let's grab height advantage. And you have steel GP. Okay. $19. Okay, let's go for the 33. Okay. Let's come back here. Okay, let's get a kill. Okay, so we're gonna have to do the same thing here. Heal back up. I don't think that there's necessarily a good direction here to face. Well, yeah, no, there's not really. If I want to incentivize them to come after me, I guess I can come. I don't want to go too far from my team is the thing. Let's see, are these guys weak to anything? Doesn't look like it. I think these all do the same amount of damage, right? So unfortunately, I can't hit these two because then I hit Kyrie as well. Ooh, I can smack these two, though. Or do I want to spend my time healing? No, I think I'm going to take the... I think while I have the advantage. Or I could hit these two. Let's see. Is there any way... So what I don't know right now... Oh, I guess I'm not hitting this guy. Ah, okay, that was also something I was looking for last time. Is can I cycle, but can I see how much damage I'm doing to both units? But yes, I can. A and D here. So damage isn't that great. I still think it's probably just best, though. Wait, do these guys have different resistances? Oh, he specifically has water resistance. Okay, that's why it was doing less damage. Okay, we're getting there. I feel like I have much... Like, there's still a lot to learn, but I feel like I have a much better grasp of what's going on here in combat than I did in the last episode. I'm surprised there... Oh, because he can force strike and yeah, get that going. Man, that's all the damage I can do. I guess he's a tankier character. Can I attack up here? I don't think I can attack. Yeah. So unfortunately, I'd be attacking her from the front. But you have attack down, so let's see if we can blind you two. No such luck. Okay, we're gonna get a attack from the back here. And then she can't really do anything, so I'm gonna have her come up and get the treasure. Oh, nice dodge. Fantastic dodge. That's totally fine. You rooted my caster, you idiot. I gotta be more wary about these forceful strikes. They're being a pain in the dick. Yeah, get that counterattack going. Okay, now we could do the same thing. Actually, I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to defend up to reduce damage and heal a little bit. Kind of keep these guys preoccupied. And here, I'm going to move over here to actually claim the kill. Get him while we can, you know? So we can attack there. I think, though... Oh, man, I don't have a good attack up there. So let's go for a heal. Let's heal up Heidi. Wait, I can move? I thought I was rooted. Oh, I guess it wore off. Okay, let's try and get the blind. Nice. Now... let's see. I think this might actually be the safest direction. Man, you are way up there, huh? Shoot that guy directly in the back. A sinudal fruit. Uh-huh. That's a thing. Ah, frick. Robin died. I should have paid more attention. I didn't realize she was that close to death. God, this guy is tanky as shit. Oh, that's nice that it doesn't show stats, though. Well, actually, I suppose it doesn't need to, right? Because we can just go here to see his stats. Defense 117. Yeah, he's tanky as shit. Yeah, so unfortunately here... I gotta heal up so that way I don't lose my caster. Haha, idiot. That's what you get for being blinded. Now, problematically, I'm also rooted. So, Let's go ahead and start healing. Let's heal Reiner. Let's see. So this guy is likely to attack me, so let's face him. Now this is obviously the interesting one, because I can't do a whole lot here. I can't even attack you. I can throw a rock. Yeah, let's go for the flat 25 damage. This is the most damage we've done to this guy yet. Oh, what a prick. There was no way I could not face him though. Okay, now, unfortunately, who's going next? That's a problem. But there's nothing I can really do about it. Now, the problem here is we're still very low on health. How much would that heal me for? 15? Man, that's just, like, not enough. And I definitely can't attack from here, right? Yeah, not even close. So this one's just being a total prick. So let's just bring her way out here. That's only 10. The dodges are godly. Okay, and it looks like I'm not going to hit up here. Let's see. How do I actually... Oh, I just select Robin. Okay. Now, where does it put her in the turn order? Puts her, like, way back here. There were... So, I ended up doing all these black faces. Okay, I didn't end up doing all these black faces. Let's... Okay, hold your horses there, people. Because there weren't a lot of good portraits, but I think I might just need to in order to label these correctly. Okay, can we finally take care of you? No, I can't. I can't reach you. Okay, then we're gonna have to go for the dirty hit again. Great. Yeah, unfortunately, that did literally nothing. It's okay. We lose our healer that wasn't healing anything. And so now we can do our forceful strike. Get rid of this guy. Oh, we actually get a 2-for-1. Nope, I want chivalry. Let's defend up. I have no idea what happened to this guy's skin. I don't know why he's so pale. Alright, dude. You gonna die. You gonna die big. I'm gonna be honest, I thought he was right next to the tree. That's why I pushed him. I guess it's fine, though. I can get another backstab on him. Oh, the tree isn't even a space. I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought this tree was literally in a space, so it was blocking where he currently is. Man, only 8 damage? That's really all I can do to him? Let's reduce his attack. You know what? I should probably... Let's move you out of the range of the potential archer. God damn you. Damn you. Alright, let's defend. Now, I'm not going to be able to kill him. Let's actually move... so that way he can't push us into each other. We'll go for the heal. That's right. Root me right next to you. See? Okay, well, if you're gonna leave me... If I do this... It removes root, but can I move right after? I can move, but it still takes my action. Okay. I figured that was the case, but since items just come back, I figured this is the time to test stuff like that. Oh, nice. Get wrecked, idiot. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I can't hit him. So you got one shot off, buddy. Before we're literally all coming after you. Alright, now it's murder time. And because we're all coming after you, I'm actually going to go for steel GP. God dang it. I can't hit him, that's fine. I can heal up. Okay, let's go ahead and pincer him up. Fantastic archer, though, considering his eyes haven't opened. Give me your money. There we go. Man, they really do not like my caster. Still can't hit him. For not having a healer, and for having one of our units just literally be a dead unit, I don't think we did awful. I don't think we particularly did great. But I don't think we did awful. Smash him. That could have gone a lot worse. 35% bonus AP. That's sick. Yeah, so there's some additions to that AP system. There's the MVP system. But then units in your camp will also get AP as you play. So they're not going to get as much as if they were in the fight, I don't think. But it's not like they're basically dead units, which is nice, right? Because for like this example, our healer is obviously now going to have to take a back line here. And it's like, man, she's not getting AP, so I'm not leveling her up. But it's like, no, you're still actively working towards leveling up your characters. Yeah. Oh, right. I totally forgot about that. Well, that's fine. Robin was going to have to sit back anyway. I got to pick up another ranger. I got to see if I can. I guess I don't know if I can put 2 weapons on a character. I don't think I can, and that's why Raynor didn't have a crossbow. Which is unfortunate. I wish you could have. Maybe you can have 2 sets of weapons. I'll have to double check that. Nice work, Ganyonz. Actually, you seriously pulled weight. Thank you, Captain. My training is proving its worth, just as you said it would. I confess, I am impressed at the progress you've made in a very short time. But once again, please address me by my name. I prefer that we relax protocol while in the field. Yes, of course, Kyrie. Ready to report my findings, Madam Captain. I await your convenience. Raynor, you're insufferable. Alas, I am a man of many flaws, Madame Captain. Very well. Report. We eliminated that group entirely. The roads are safe for the time being. Safer, at least. However, it is just as you surmised. The bandits seem to have been in the employ of our favorite nobleman, Alphonse. I recovered a fat purse from the leader, fashioned from purple velvet and embroidered with lace. Does anyone doubt where this came from? That is interesting, but also pure conjecture. You have something in the way of hard evidence, I assume? You know me too well. I figured that the little lordling wouldn't have enough gold in his purse to pay for a major assassination, so I searched the bandit leader thoroughly. And lo and behold, tucked away in his boot was a promissory note for a much larger sum. Said note was signed by Alphonse himself. Quite a gamble for him to take. He must truly hate us. Excellent work, Reiner. Coupled with the thugs confirming that they were in Alphonse's employ, this should be ample evidence against him. All right, you two, take a breather. I'll ready everyone for our departure for the temple near Sentina. Reiner? I'm not sure I followed that whole exchange. It's hard to tell by looking at her because she keeps her emotions so carefully in check, but Tyra is actually very angry and concerned. The fact that Alphonse murdered a man right in front of you two and appears to have cleared by the council, it calls a lot of what we believe into question. But Alphonse is a marked now, and all the marked are above the law by explicit council order. There's nothing we can do. That was my first thought too, but Kyrie knows the law letter by letter. There is a provision related to the Arbiter's right of self-defense which supersedes all other laws, even those pertaining to the marked. By sending those ruffians after us, Alphonse has given us legal grounds to bring him to justice regardless of his marked status. The captain is so wise. So that is the reason we've been heading towards Sentina this whole time. Knowing the Lord was going that way himself, Kyrie was seeking retribution. We may be tasked with enforcing the law, but in the end, justice is what Kyrie seeks above all else. There is no way the woman I know would ever let this go. All right, we've had our break. Let's rejoin the group. Oh boy, we got a whole bunch of places to go. So, if I come here... Oh, I'm a dolt. I'm an absolute dolt. Can I leave? Wait, if I quit to... Is this going to bring me into the battle? Okay, good. I swear, what I thought was going to happen was that I was going to click on this, it was going to go there, and then be like, hey, you have a fight. And then, like, do you want to do the fight now? Or obviously not. Yeah, okay, so we're good. So let's see here. Yeah, so we have 2 injured units, unfortunately, which means that I'm going to have to go pick someone else up to kind of slot in here. But let's go ahead and do all of our abilities here. So as you can see, we started here. Knight was at 0 AP, I believe, and we got 23. So it's not like we get all that much, but we do kind of slowly work our way up, and it adds up over time. Now, for Mercenary, what do we want to learn here? Last one, we learned Power Strike to reduce some attack. We could go for Mind Strike to weaken up some mages. Or no, we got Counterattack. That was the last one. So that would kind of be nice. Health Expert, increase health value. Or... ooh, a Precise Strike that can't miss is nice. Or an attack that bypasses all counter abilities. Huh. Holy frick. Allows the character to hold a melee two-handed weapon in one hand to equip a shield. Okay, well, we're definitely going that direction. So do we want precise or flash? I don't really think accuracy has been a problem. I think I want to go for flash. Yeah, let's do that. And work our way to sturdy grip. Because if we can get a two-handed weapon, I don't know if there are any available right now that we can use, but, you know, we just prep for this, and then when we have it, I feel like that's going to be pretty strong, no? Okay. Let's move on to Reiner here. So, for your scoundrel, what do you want to do here? Don't really care about steal item right now, I don't think. So we can do any of these three. Fleet of foot removes route around the character. Of movement increased by 1. Deals physical damage. The target has 62% chance of applying bleed. It counts as a regular attack and will use the weapons. Alright, let's take a look. You for help. Deals damage based on max HP every turn. Unit won't be brought below 1 HP from this effect. Okay, so that would be a good way to get some additional damage. How long does bleed stay on? Does it say? It's probably just 1 stack of bleed, if I had to guess. Steel component? No, let's take arterial cut. He needs a little bit more damage. Level 4 scoundrel attained. So now we have the ranger class unlocked. Cool. So I think the ranger is probably going to be better than Warcraft, if I had to guess. Because this gives us first aid and forceful strike. Survival. This would give us rooting shot. But can I... Okay, let's leave you on Warcraft for now. What I want to check here is under equipment. Man, I really wish these didn't just say empty and had a label here for what kind of gear it was. Because this can obviously be a shield. Yeah, so I guess a crossbow can only be held in your main hand, so I would have to choose, do I want a dagger or a bow? And so then then the question comes up like, do I think I'm going to use rooting shot as a melee attack? I guess technically he can lock someone down from leaving an area. Is that better than having field aid? I don't know. I feel like having field aid is probably better. Especially if we run into a situation like we just did. So, let's see. The only one we really have here is protect. We can't even do defensive hit. Protects the target from taking any kind of direct damage by taking the hit in their stead. Will not work for area of effect abilities. It's a 1 to 4 range, or I could get defensive hit. Deals almost one times physical damage. Physical defense damage to the target. So it deals off of defense. She's going to be more of a defensive character anyway, so I'm going to grab this protect. And we should be good here, right? Yeah, she has no counter. We have her with Warcraft. Okay, we're good there. Virgil. What are we giving you, buddy? What are we giving you? So we already learned those. We have smart casting. Offensive multi-target will not include allies as possible target and helpful. Okay, so we're very likely going at that. This does more damage, but I think I just need to take the smart casting. There were already a couple instances where having this would have been super helpful. Okay. Now, of import, always want to make sure that whenever you get a passive... Oh, passives automatically add. Okay. So it's funny that counters don't automatically add. So you do have to add those whenever you unlock them. And then Lana. So even though we didn't play Lana, you can see she got an ability up. So we can learn from her. And now, let's see. So Blessed One would be nice. I don't know that I care about the revive that much. So it's either, so the thing is, like, I renew it, excuse me, renew I think is decent, but I think I want Blessed One to try and keep her alive at the same time. Especially with mass heal? Oh, it's single target healing ability. Okay, it specifically says that on Blessed One. I was going to say, that's going to be really strong with mass heal. Well, then I guess because mass heal can heal herself, we should maybe just take Renew? Where's my use help? Wish I knew how much HP she was getting, but that'll work us into heal 2. And I think I need to do that. I think I need to work into heal 2. So let's do that. Let's grab the Renew. Plague Doctor. Ooh, that's cool. That's a very unique class. What does this do? Poison, mass slow, mass weaken. Okay, so a lot of like debuffing stuff. Interesting. And what was recover again? Restores a small area. Okay, so it's a heal, but it's also a debuff cleanser. I think I want the right now I want the AoE magic though. So that way she can play both offense and defense. And then here, we're just going to get Dirty Hit on her. I think we're all set here. Trickery, and she put Warcraft as we build that up. Actually get you heal. Level 2 men obtain wizard class has been unlocked. So now we can set her up with elementalism. Cool. All right. So, I gotta get a couple new units. I gotta get some items. I'll do all that off camera, but I figured people would want to see what abilities I was going for. So I'll set up all that, and then, yeah, we'll jump in. That was a bit of an unfortunate one. I didn't realize that literally my Mender Merc had no healing ability. Still got through it though. I will still chalk this fight up to a win though. If anything, because I feel like I have a much stronger grasp on not just the game itself, right? Because it's a tactics game. Ultimately, you know, mechanically, it's a game that I'm still very familiar with. But I think what's there were a couple things that are still throwing me off, right? For one, the fact that like all the tooltips are hidden behind a giant help compendium. Not a big fan of that, although most of the things here are pretty self-explanatory, right? If you've played any number of RPGs before, you know, like, oh, rooted means you can't move, blind means you lose accuracy, attack down, defense, those are all stat reductions. Like, they're all pretty straightforward. It's not like they have any kind of like weird secret hidden names that you have to get like decipher or anything like that. The other thing that's thrown me a little bit off is just kind of like maneuvering around the game. And by that, I mean like having all of these different keybinds to move around the map, navigating through character menus, like rather than just like clicking on a character and having like arrows to move it, you have like different keybinds that you got to figure out. There's just a lot of moving pieces, and like the UI itself, the UI itself kind of shows its age, which is funny because it's not like it's a super old game, right? 2016, 2017. But it definitely could have used a cleanup before final release, in my opinion. but we're getting there. We're getting there. I feel like I took quite great steps at moving forward. And you know, like the other thing is, like when we started the map, I was trying to like click to drag the map. There is no click to drag. You have to like League of Legends it and move your camera around like this. Although there is in this menu, but it's opposite, right? I mean, you can tell it's literally going to where my mouse is as opposed to opposite, which you would expect when you're dragging. But like I said, that'll all come with time. That'll come with time and muscle memory. But guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Fell Seal. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. If you had some fun, if you enjoyed the chicanery that happened with a non-healing mage, would you kindly smash that like button and of course subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to say yet. I can't say roguelites anymore because we're not really playing roguelites that much. We're playing a lot of tactics and strategy games. But anyway, guys, I've been Ganyonz. This has been Fell Seal. I'll see y'all in the next one.